All right, are we ready to get started? IT is good. All right, welcome everyone. This is a meeting for the Historic Landmark Commission. Are there any changes to the agenda?
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Item number 2 has been withdrawn.
All right. And then, can you go ahead and read the statement?
Okay, good afternoon. This is a reminder that this is an official meeting of the City of El Paso's Historic Landmark Commission. We ask and expect that all attendees are courteous and respectful to each other to ensure a professional meeting. An excessive display of uncivil behavior or being disruptive may require for an individual to be removed from the meeting. And from Chapter 20.20, certificates of appropriateness, certificates of demolition, and applications for administrative review shall be granted with modifications, or denied based on the following criteria. When City Council has adopted architectural and design guidelines for a particular district, those guidelines shall control, provided they are not in conflict with other requirements of the City Code, except that the HLC may approve exceptions to the guidelines in an effort to maintain the historic integrity of an H overlay property, in which case the exception shall control in that particular case. So what we tell homeowners is that if a property gets windows that are not typically approved by the guidelines approved, it doesn't necessarily mean that the guidelines have been changed. It just means that it has been approved for that one instance.
All right, thanks, Mo. It looks like we have 2 people signed up for public comment.
Do we have public comment?
Yes, first we have Mr. Garcia. Come on up and state your name and.
My name is Brandon Garcia, and I'm representing my cousin, Alex Myers Houston. So basically, while I'm here today is the property is 131 Newman. It's not the safest area. So what we're doing is we want to put up a metal wrought iron gate. So as of right now, they approved the gate 4 foot high, but there's a lot of criminal activity in that area. Every weekend, the homeless are going and kicking in doors, etc. And actually, my cousin has had a management property. They actually kind of quit on him because they went to kind of get some tenants out and everything, and things got physical. The police was called, etc. Yes, sir. So we are requesting a gate for 6 foot height, just around the property, around the perimeter, and I have pictures, etc., on how the gate will look. And I also have pictures of the property of Newman Street. Yes, sir.
Okay. Is this related to a current item on the agenda, Mo? Do you know?
I do not think so.
No, we currently don't have this one on our agenda.
No,
Okay.
sir.
Have you submitted an application to the?
Yes, I actually did, and she told me this meeting was like filled already, but my auntie is kind of making me come. The next available meeting is on the 21st. Yes, sir. So I'm a welder from Odessa. Yes, sir. So
Okay.
I took like a little week vacation to come knock out this gate. And it turned into a big old little headache. Yes, sir. But
Yeah.
that's what it is. So, but my auntie wanted me to attend the meeting, so
Okay.
I have a
Yes, sir,
question real
Sure.
quick. So since this is public comment, are we allowed to discuss back and forth? And this also is not posted to the agenda?
Okay.
So it's just listening.
So I don't know that we can do anything then?
Not in this
Not
meeting.
able to do anything or hear anything.
I'm
in
sorry
this
about
meeting.
that.
Oh, we have clarification.
Just a clarifying question. Did you say 131 Newman?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
So that's right up here by.
Exactly, it's right here. It's a corner property and it has 10 units. Yes, sir. And my cousin will get people in, but with the activity going on, et cetera, and they keep kicking in doors, and there'll be about 10 to 20 people living in the units. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And we'll escort them out, and 2 more days, kind of same thing. Yes, sir. So we've already put a bunch of cameras, et cetera, all in the property. On the property, it does have a little wood picket fence, but they're just kind of destroying it and getting in. Yes, sir. So, and I know this isn't on the agenda, and I'm probably not supposed to be talking right now. Yes,
Why-
sir.
I don't know that we can do anything other than listen to you.
Yes. Well,
So-
well, thank you so much for listening, but I'll tell my auntie that it was worth a shot, that we
And
tried.
I
Yes.
believe if you put in your application, it should be working its way towards us if
Yes,
it's not
sir.
approved administratively.
Perfect. So if I go ahead and submit everything and all that, the next meeting on the 21st, would I still have to attend that one as well, or not necessarily?
Yes, you would, and you'd
Yes.
have to submit everything today.
Okay. yes,
Today's
sir.
the cutoff date for
For
the
the
next
cutoff
meeting.
date.
And he
Okay.
could attend virtually if he lives out of town, is that
That's
correct?
true, yeah. We
You can
do
call
these,
in.
they're hybrid meetings.
Okay. There we
go.
So if you're not here,
Awesome. Yes,
we can
sir.
send you the
link
sign-in
or et
information and all
cetera.
that, yeah.
Awesome sauce. Okay, perfect. And then you said I would have to submit these by today, correct? Yes. Okay, excellent. At the location on Texas Street, correct?
If you
That
could
would
send
be
it by
best.
email, yeah,
Yes,
that
sir.
would be
Okay.
better. That way it's on record that, yeah, you submitted on time.
Submitted, okay, yes, sir.
Okay.
Perfect. I kind of have everything hard copies.
If you want to leave it with me, I'll go ahead and take it with me.
Yes, sir, definitely, perfect. Did you want the pictures and kind of everything?
Yeah, everything you have for that one.
Thank you guys a ton, and
All right, no, thank you.
I'm really nervous. I don't even really know what to do.
No, yeah, we'll definitely work with you and try to get
Okay,
that figured out, okay?
yes, sir. Awesome sauce. Yeah, and my cousin is an engineer. He's in Israel right now, so he's
Oh,
can't
wow.
really help.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So I'll go ahead and I'll leave this with you all.
So just for clarification, to make sure we're all on the same page, I think you're asking for some kind of a date certain so that you can attend, which they're telling you could do virtually, but then you also want to be able to schedule it because you're the one who's going to be doing the work.
Exactly.
So you want to
yes,
kind of
sir.
know when you might get an approval so you can plan your
Exactly, so that way
vacation or
we
whatever.
can have a start
Uh-huh.
date. Yes, sir, because he also has 3 tenants there at the moment
Mhm.
right now, and kind of cutting the ties with them, so they are going to be escorted out, but he kind of has a feeling they're just going to keep coming back in. Yes,
Right,
sir.
so I think staff understands the need to coordinate with you so you're able
Yes.
to make it fit within your vacation or whatever other.
If I got to come back down over here, we'll make it happen. Yes, sir. I'm only 4 hours away, so it's very doable. Yes, sir. Perfect. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Mr.
and-
Garcia.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
First, we have a second public comment. Go ahead and state your name for the record.
Daniel Vieira. I was actually looking on this. The homeowner was supposed to make me a representative, but it doesn't look like she did it. It's for Guadalupe Burton.
Okay, so you're item number 4?
Yeah.
Okay, I think you can be the representative, that's not a problem.
Yeah, so we're actually trying to replace the windows.
Okay,
Um,
if you just want to wait till the item,
Okay.
we'll discuss it then. All right, thank you. All right. On to the regular agenda. Item number 1 is 4771 Cumberland Avenue, Circle.
Let's see. Okay. Item number 1 is for a certificate of appropriateness for construction of an addition on a secondary facade. This is for 4771 Cumberland Avenue, zoned R4H, residential historic, built in 1937, and it is a contributing property. So commissioners, I'm sure some of you recall this one. So this is in Austin Terrace, and they are requesting an addition on the side of the property. Now, in the previous meetings, we've seen that the site is possibly not the best option. Commissioners, you've made it clear that you would prefer to see it elsewhere. So these are the photos that we have on file, and these are the current photos. This is what the property currently looks like. So this would be the facade where the proposed addition would go. They did submit new drawings today, and we'll go over those shortly. So these are the drawings that we had initially. As you can see, it would be right there on the side, taking up the driveway, essentially cutting off and access to the garage in the back. So these are the drawings. And this is what was submitted today. So at first glance, it looks like they basically cut it in half, moved half of the functions to the rear, and however, they are still leaving a small portion to be added to the building as the washroom. These are the elevations. As you can see, I believe the material would still be stone. However, the addition on the back is noted there as stucco. These are the surrounding properties. Sorry. And our recommendation is to approve with modifications based on the following. From El Paso's design guidelines for historic districts, new additions should be designed and constructed so that the character-defining features of a historic building are not radically changed, obscured, damaged, or destroyed in the process of rehabilitation. Any new addition should be planned so that it is constructed to the rear of the property on a non-character-defining elevation and is minimally visible from the public right-of-way. Introduce additions in locations that are not visible from the street, generally on rear elevations. Locate additions carefully so they do not damage or conceal significant building features or details. It is not appropriate to introduce an addition if it requires removal of character-defining building features such as patios, mature vegetation, or a detached structure. Design an addition so it is compatible in roof, form, proportions, materials, and details with the existing structure. And from the Secretary of Interior standards, new additions, exterior alterations, or related new construction shall not destroy historic materials that characterize the property. The new work shall be differentiated from the old and shall be compatible with the massing, size, scale, and architectural features to protect the historic integrity of the property and its environment. New additions and adjacent related new construction shall be undertaken in such a manner that if removed in the future, the essential form and integrity of the historic property and its environment would be unimpaired. And the modifications are that the addition be relocated to the rear facade, that the exterior cladding be changed to a different material, and that the details such as window, lantern, door, and railing be altered to reflect the period of construction and not give a false sense of history.
Thank you, Mo. Does anyone have any questions for staff? So the addition's been shrunk down, but it's still rock?
Yes. So according to the elevations here, it does call out, let me see if I can get closer.
A stone veneer.
Yeah, it's a bit hard to see, but the hatching is there showing a stone veneer.
Okay.
I think a big part of the discussion at the last meeting was the visual impact from the front, right? I can't really tell from these how much of a difference this new design makes with respect to that front. I don't know that any of the commissioners were willing to allow for the possibility that something might be visible at all. I was a little bit more open to that possibility, depended on what it looked like. But I think that's part of what we wanted to see. I can't really tell from the schematics what it's going to look like from the front. But again, that may not matter if the prevailing consensus here is that there shouldn't be anything visible from the front, and this doesn't hit the mark. But if there was that chance, we need to kind of know what it looks like, not just the schematics.
Okay.
Is that a question better for the applicant or the applicant's representative? Or Mo, can you
Possibly.
point those things out to us?
Well, I think it would be best to talk to the applicant.
Okay. And there's also an addition on the back this time?
Correct.
Okay.
Mo, your recommendations, or is that for both, or how is this recommendation distinguished between the front and the rear?
So that recommendation was written with the previous design in mind. Since we just got these today, we weren't able to make any modifications to the, our modifications. But in this case, I mean, it definitely counts more on the side. I believe we all agreed that we would rather see it in the rear where it's not visible.
Okay, so just focusing on the one in the rear, stucco is that something to comment over or recommend over?
Well, that's up to you, commissioners. I mean, we do typically prefer that it be a different material. We've had other cases that have come to HLC. In fact, there was one in Austin Terrace as well, where the house was of the same material, stone, and the addition at the rear was made of stucco to sort of differentiate from the existing.
Okay.
All right. Any more questions for staff? All right, let's go ahead and bring up the owner's rep, Jorge.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Can you state your name for the record?
Yes, my name is Jorge Limon, and I am the representative for the homeowner at 4771 Cumberland.
All right. Does anyone?
So Jorge, I don't know if you heard Commissioner Negron's questions. Do you mind walking us through the new design, especially for those of us that aren't architects?
Sure. So, in essence, we just want to, at the beginning, my aim was to just push the washroom at the back completely, get rid of the foyer, and just, as per your guys' recommendation, just leave the laundry room in the back. Now, no worries. Now, I mean, of course, we're still trying to find a way we can just squeeze in that foyer on the side. I know you guys recommended or voted against not putting it. I was just wondering if it was a smaller size, a smaller volume, a smaller addition. In this case, it went from a 7 feet by 15 foot addition on the side to a 6 feet by 6.5. So I mean, yeah, that's essentially what I did. I just split the previous edition into two pieces. And I'm sorry?
I'm sorry, can you show us, like, on the photo, Mo, can we have the photo of the driveway, please? Can you show us, so is it planning to start in the same place, just a smaller version of it?
Yes.
I know we were looking at after the little lantern, so like you see
Right.
the 3 windows and then it starts. Are you still seeking to start there?
Yes, since that is a secondary entrance to the home. Actually, the homeowner uses that as her primary entrance now. As soon as she parks her car, that's the closest door. Now, I have a question for the board. I know there was a lot of going against having the addition to the site. Now, I know there still exists a possibility if I provide a render, which again, it will take work to do, but I can produce. Is there a fighting chance to convince the board, or is only one certain person that might work for? Because I know, I'm just trying to pick my battles.
So the issue is that this is this item is about to expire. Either you have to withdraw it, or we have to vote today.
Oh, okay.
So I know Mo could explain if we did vote against it, how long until they could reapply? Because sometimes withdrawing it's a better option for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if this particular design were to be denied, then you could bring it back technically within a year.
Okay.
You'd have to wait a year before we could see it again.
So the way around that is to withdraw it and then resubmit it.
Is there a possibility to just vote for the washroom in the back, completely ignore the foyer?
Yep, we can probably agree on that one, the item in the back.
Can you
Okay.
tell us like how it's going to connect to the building if you remove the foyer?
The foyer, yes, it was just gonna be connected, well, the foundation was gonna be concrete, connected with rebars.
I'm so sorry, less technical.
Can we
So,
put
like,
the floor plan back up
Where on the
there?
building is it going to connect?
Oh,
In the
okay.
backyard? Not on the side?
No, not on the side, the washroom's gonna be on the backyard. So if you go on the next picture, please. It's actually the new drawings that I produced, I added a picture there. Yes, on the left side, site photos, so that's the rear. And there's a red box, you could barely see it, but that's the location. And that door leads to the master bedroom.
So it's actually two separate projects. They're not connected, right? It
Right,
could be considered two separate projects.
correct.
I think the one on the rear is pretty much what we've asked for. The one on the side, I don't know that one's quite gonna work out.
No, that's fine. To be honest, that's why I included both of them, just to see if maybe there's still a fighting chance to include that one, but if not, I'll just, leave the one in the back as is.
Okay.
So what are the implications if we vote on the rear and you want to pursue the side?
Can you repeat that question again?
I guess the question for Mo is, if we vote on the rear, can he resubmit for the side if he chooses to, or is that a brand-new application?
No, yeah, he would be able to resubmit. I mean, in this instance, since it's more about not having enough information for the site addition, that's why you were recommending withdrawal. But yeah, in this case, if just the rear gets approved, he could theoretically come back with the new application for just the site.
Okay.
But to clarify, within that, you wouldn't have to wait a year for the new application.
No, not in this case.
So the approval of this or of this washroom opens up, or like I just want to understand correctly. So if this gets approved, only the washroom in the back, we can still apply for the side addition?
Correct.
Not in a year?
No, you can bring that one back, once you have your drawings ready
okay.
and renderings. I mean, commissioners, if you have any comments for him regarding the addition on the side, you could address those and then, possibly bring it back later on. Once you're ready to address that.
That worked out.
I think that by making the addition on the side, it's still the same problem that we had with the bigger option, because it's still doing the same thing from the front facade. Okay, so consider that if you're still talking about a foyer.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, does somebody want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
The homeowner wants some comment? Sure, come on up.
My name is Patricia Beltran, and I am the owner of 4771 Cumberland Circle. I've read the guidelines, I understand them, and I understand the guidelines, but I do have an additional question for you that I didn't find in the guidelines, and perhaps you all can provide me some kind of feedback or direction. How does ADA and safety requirements play into not just your decision, but into the guidelines? Is there a consideration? Is there any room for that?
I believe there's room for ADA code, and that we frequently approve ramps and railings and such. Safety's a different thing. There's not necessarily a code for that. So there's city code, yeah. So I don't know, Mo, do you have any more insight on that one?
So yeah, the guidelines do allow for ADA. They do state the same. If you can hide any alterations, that's always the best option. So if you can find a way to conceal whatever it is that you want to do as far as ADA, then a lot of times we can approve that administratively. In this case, since it is something, it's an addition to the building itself, that's why it has to go before the Historic Landmark Commission.
Okay.
I know you had mentioned that your landing is really small. I mean, that would be something that's probably pretty easy to approve, is expanding your landing outside your door. I don't know that that's going to make much of a visual impact, so that's something you can do.
Honestly, I think the ramps are ugly.
Yeah.
That's why we had originally, the one that he incorporated into the original drawing, I thought was very nice and very tastefully done, but,
Yeah, I mean,
just-
if you want to submit something for landings and stairs and stuff like that that are not a full addition, I don't know that it makes a very big visual impact. And that probably could be approved administratively, if not very easily through the commission here.
Okay. Are there guidelines, specific guidelines for that, since it's not a closed structure?
I believe there's the IRC and city code that could probably,
ANSI 117 is the guidelines for all things ADA, but I would clarify that your house doesn't need to be ADA. It's just you're wanting the added requirement, the added feature of being ADA.
I'm sorry, I didn't
Your
understand that.
home, you're wanting it to be ADA as a characteristic, not so much as a requirement. Is that the kind of logic?
Well, a characteristic being
I
just
guess
for
a
general
feature.
purposes and for safety,
Yeah.
definitely for safety.
Okay.
Definitely for safety. I'm not only looking forward for myself, but when people come over, my sister's 80 years old, and anybody that comes that has to grab onto a rail or something, they grab onto the door. I have a friend visiting from Dallas, and when she got there last night, I saw her face. She just kind of pulled on the door to be able to go up the stairs. You'll all get there someday, and you'll understand. Yeah, it wouldn't be just for GP. It'd be because of need and looking forward, thinking forward thinking.
Yes, so I mean, ANSI 117, I think, is our guidelines, and not saying you have to abide by all those guidelines. It's, because it's residential, the jurisdiction doesn't require that you meet all requirements.
Okay, well, we can take a look at those, and that'll be something that we can perhaps work around.
But I guess kind of to the crux of this is that side addition was partially to function as a home for a ramp up and then a threshold into the house.
And the washroom as well, so that I wouldn't have to be going back and forth because I have to climb down the stairs. And I don't recall if you were here at the last meeting where we were here, but I had explained that the landings are they're narrow. It was built in 1937. I guess people had smaller feet, or I don't know. Specs were different. And so it's, you have to carry the wash and whatnot. And I actually, about a year ago, I had a fall that landed me in the hospital. So again, I'm just looking forward to my safety because I don't plan to sell the home. Even if I were to move away again, I'm keeping the home as a second home, but it's something that I have to keep for myself. And so I'm trying to make the appropriate and adequate improvements for enjoying my home and being safe. Okay, thank you.
all right, thank you. Close for discussion. Is there any other topics? Want to go ahead and make a motion to approve the rear addition? Let's see,
So-
trying to get the wording correct.
So I'll motion to approve the addition at the back without the addition at the side of the property.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No? All right, thank you. Item number 2 is withdrawn. Item number 3 is 4652 Cable Circle, or is it Avenue?
Okay, item number 3, 4652 Capel Circle. It is a contributing property. This is for a certificate of appropriateness for window removal and replacement after the fact. It is built in 1940, and it is a contributing property. So this one is located here in Austin Terrace. These are the photos that we have on file. Now, the windows on the side are really hard to see, but I'll direct your attention to the main window next to the door on the main facade. That one appears to be almost like a tripartite. It has the casements on the side and a fixed window in the center, fixed pane. And this is what it currently looks like. So we did not find any approvals or permits for the windows being replaced. And homeowner is here to see about getting these windows legalized. So these are some of the photos that were provided to our office. So a lot of them have been replaced with picture windows, non-functional picture windows. These are some properties along the same side. You can see this one pretty much has the same situation going on, but we do still find a few that are in compliance. So our recommendations are approval with modifications based on the following. From El Paso's design guidelines for historic districts, if windows are damaged beyond repair, replacement windows should match the type, such as double hung, style, for example, 6 panes over 6 panes, and finish, such as paint. Replacement windows on the main facade shall be comprised of the operable portions of the window and match the type, style, operation, configuration, and finish of the original windows. Do not use single pane picture windows and horizontal sliding windows if they are not the original window types. Installation of windows similar to the original in appearance and structural and purpose, regardless of construction materials, is permitted. Windows in secondary facades shall be reviewed on a case-by-case basis. Doors and windows are considered important character-defining features because of significant detailing. When windows are involved in the construction process, it is recommended to repair rather than replace. In many cases, this will entail only the replacement of a broken sash cord, new weather stripping, removing old paint, and repainting. Retain and preserve the pattern, arrangement, and dimensions of door and window openings on principal elevations. Often the placement of doors and windows is an indicator of a particular architectural style and therefore contributes to the building's significance. Doors and windows for new construction and additions should be compatible in proportion, location, shape, pattern, size, and details to existing units. Retain and preserve original doors and windows, including such elements as sash, glass, sills, lintels, casings, muntin, trim, frames, threshold, hardware, and shutters. If repair of an original window or door element is necessary, repair only the deteriorated element to match the original size, composition, material, dimension, and detail by patching, splicing, consolidating, or otherwise reinforcing the deteriorated section. The removal of historic materials should be avoided. When repair is not feasible, door and window products will be reviewed on an individual basis using the following criteria: architectural and historical compatibility, comparison to original profile, level of significance of original doors and windows to the architectural style of the building. Three-dimensional exterior applied muntins that simulate or match the original muntins may be approved. Single-dimension interior applied muntins are not appropriate. And from the Secretary of Interior Standards, the historic character of a property shall be retained and preserved. The removal of historic materials or alteration of features and spaces that characterize a property shall be avoided. New additions, exterior alterations, or related new construction will not destroy historic materials, features, and spatial relationships that characterize the property. The new work will be differentiated from the old and will be compatible with the historic materials, features, size, scale, and proportion, and massing to protect the integrity of the property and its environment. And the modification is that the new window match the existing or historic windows. Well, not existing, but the historic windows.
Thank you, Mo. Is there a reason that this property was brought up?
So I want to say somebody gave our office a call. Code enforcement went out to take a look. The homeowner was cited, and that's when she showed up at our office to request approval.
Okay, so it's not for a permit or anything?
No, not that I'm aware of.
All right, does anyone have any questions for Mo?
Hey, Mo, so I know you're providing the before photos or the historic photos. I just think that with the wrought iron, it's a little difficult to tell what the original windows were in this case.
Yes, it is very difficult to tell. In this case, I mean, we would ask that they match what was previously there, since the homeowner is the one that had them removed. They should be aware of what was there. Or in some cases, we've approved the windows on secondary facades and just request that the main facade be in compliance. Yes.
Is that a picture that we took today or yesterday, or is that just, that's just the date of the meeting that we're showing?
Right, yeah.
So that August 7th there references the date of the meeting. And the picture that we're showing is a before photo is something that I guess the applicant gave us. Do we know the after photo? Is that something that we took?
This one here, yes. This is something that we took.
And do you know the date on that?
This one, I believe, was Thursday last week.
Okay, so that's more, the reason I was asking is because I was looking at a Google Street photo of it, and it, yeah, and it, you can't see the windows at all because there's a tree that covers the whole front. And I don't know if it's that tree and it's just not, because it's summer, it doesn't have its leaves, but
could be.
Maybe during the winter, you don't really even see the window because it's covered up. So I wanted to clarify that. And then also on the recommendations here, it says, do not use single pane picture windows or horizontal sliding windows if they're not the original window type. So there's a kind of an original sin there in the house. But then later on, it talks about components of the windows like lintels, casings, and muntins, right? And muntins are the pieces that separate the glass.
Yes.
So it says, we're trying to reserve and preserve those. How do we feel as a body, or what does this say about putting muntins on windows that don't, you know, if it's a window like that, what does our guidelines say about putting muntins on it to make it look more architecturally correct?
Well, the guidelines definitely don't say anything about that. The guidelines are pretty clear in keeping what is there. What you're proposing to basically put in exterior muntins to sort of match the way it used to look.
I don't know if I'm proposing. I'm just asking if that's addressed in our.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not in any of our guidelines. That would solely be a decision that the commission would have to make.
It's a typical compromise that we make, because windows are expensive to apply exterior ones to make it look like the same window.
Sticking with the topic of photos, there was a photo took in that had pencil markings of, I believe, 2014.
Let's see. Oh, this one here?
Yes, 2014. And then the previous one of that,
Is this maybe when the windows were changed?
I'm sorry, what does the
Yes.
pencil marking say?
This one, I believe that says front window.
Oh.
May I add something? On Google Street View, it appears that the windows changed between 2011 and 2015.
So then are these black and white photos of the period when the windows were changed? We could clarify with the applicant.
No, I believe she took these photos herself, but when she provided us with all the information,
Okay.
it was in black and white.
And the before photo, that's from your archive or from Google?
Yes, it's from our
Or
archive.
your archive.
Mhm. Yeah, the before photos are from the survey that was done around early 2000.
And to clarify, when you say survey, that was the work that led up to the designation of the district?
No, the district had been designated already. These photos were taken afterwards when the survey was done, like I said, around 2000.
All right. Is the homeowner available?
Gwen? If you're online, press *6 to unmute yourself. It doesn't look like she's here.
We've still got some time on this one.
Yeah, this one just came in.
All right. Do you want to just
Postpone?
postpone this item?
Should we
Is it-
postpone to the end of the
To the
meeting,
end.
see if she jumps on? If not, we can revisit
Sure.
postponing it to another day?
So motion to table item
3,
number 3 until the end of the meeting?
second?
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right. On to item number 4.
Item number 4 is for a certificate of appropriateness for window replacements. This is for 135 North Old Pueblo Road. This is a non-contributing property in the Isleta Historic District, zoned R4H. It is, which is residential historic, is a non-contributing property built in 1942. So, again, this is one of our photos from our archive. This is what the property looked like back in, looks like that's 2002. And not much has changed. In fact, I passed this property several times when I was searching for it. I didn't realize it was set so far back on the property. So this is what it looks like from the public right-of-way. So that's essentially the same thing that we saw here. Here's an aerial photograph that was provided to us. Here's the floor plan. They are proposing to change out all of the windows. And they did provide us with elevations as well. So as you can see, they are proposing to put in a few picture windows and basically take out the original windows, which now I'm assuming are true divided lights. So there would be no more muntins in what they're proposing. And a few horizontal sliders that they're proposing to change back to single or double hung. Here's a small rendering of what it looks like and what it will look like. And these are the proposed window types. So windows 1 and 2 would be picture windows, and the others would be single hung plus an awning window. These are the specs. And these are close-up photos that they provided our office. These are the surrounding properties, the neighboring properties. A lot of it has, pretty much gone away and is parking now. So with that in mind, we're recommending approval with modifications based on the following. From Isleta's historic design guidelines, windows are important character defining features because of significant detailing as in decorative windows or because they help to define a pattern through the use of voids. See pattern and rhythm. Window design will vary with the different architectural styles within the Isleta Historic District. Windows should be repaired rather than replaced. In most cases, it will simply entail removing old paint, installing new weather stripping, and then repainting. If windows are damaged beyond repair, replacement windows should match the type, style, material, and finish of the original. Do not plug, cover, and/or widen windows if they are on the exterior walls of the original structure. Aluminum siding windows are not in character with the Isleta Historic District. Muntins should be installed on existing horizontal windows so as to create the appearance of true divided light. Window frames and trim are sometimes elaborate. In Isleta, however, window treatment is usually basic and less ornate. Frames, lintels, and sills should preferably be constructed of wood. Metal alternatives may be used if finished. The finish must be in character with the overall appearance of the structure and adequately complement its style. And from the Secretary of Interior Standards, the historic character of a property shall be retained and preserved. The removal of historic materials or alteration of features and spaces that characterize a property shall be avoided. New additions, exterior alterations, or related new construction will not destroy historic materials, features, and spatial relationships that characterize the property. The new work will be differentiated from the old and will be compatible with the historic materials, features, size, scale, and proportion, and massing to protect the integrity of the property and its environment. And the modification is that the new windows match the existing or historic windows in size, style, and operation.
Great, thank you, Mo. It looks like these existing windows are not the original.
No, definitely not.
Sure.
Mo, so I know that this building is listed as non-contributing, but it is older than 50 years old. Is it non-contributing because the time the historic district or the H overlay was applied, it didn't meet the significance for the styles that we were looking at in that neighborhood?
Yes, most likely. That's and as you can tell from this picture, it looks like at some point maybe an addition was added. I don't think that's original to the home, but since that was before designation, that's why it was listed as non-contributing.
Non-contributing. Okay, thank you.
Sure.
I think I can guess based on the staff recommendation, but we talked before on the Austin Terrace case about the distinction between the things that can be seen in front and the things that are in the back. And since this house is towards the back of the lot, does that change in any way the recommendations?
Our recommendation is always going to be to keep what's there or to keep what's original. And that's essentially why they're here today. If we, would have made the determination, well, yeah, it's not visible, then we wouldn't have to bring it to HLC. But since our recommendation for windows, it's pretty much always going to be to keep what's there and keep what's original. That's why you're seeing it here today.
But I don't think they're original.
No.
So.
I don't think there's very much on this property that is original and therefore visible from the street, right? Which may be how it's gotten away with so many changes.
All right, any more questions for staff? Can we bring up Mr. Vieira?
Yes.
Go ahead and state your name for the record.
Daniel Vieira?
All right. It doesn't appear the existing windows are original, so,
Yeah, no, I mean, I know that they were speaking about repairing, but even trying to repair existing windows, yeah, you could change the frames and the gaskets, but trying to locate or even get an aluminum window, or even, they do sell wood windows, but, you know, the windows that we're putting are like high energy efficient. Its main thing was the customer wanted was because there's a lot of dust coming in her home. And that's gonna alleviate a lot of that. They have health issues and, you know, you go inside their home, all along the window sills, there's just piles of dirt. And again, you can't even see the house from the street. Even if you go around the side, you can't even see the windows. It looks like the house was changed a couple times. I'm not too sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like some of the sliders are being changed to, what is it?
Single hung?
Single hung.
Yeah.
That's actually preferred. Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So, does anyone have any questions for Mr. Vieira? I think we're okay with these windows that are being proposed. And you are making it closer to what it was, perhaps.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Did they send in the specs on the window, like the actual physical CAD drawings and the information on the windows as well?
I didn't receive any CAD drawings, but we did receive some specs.
It was just
they-
those ones that you had shown, right?
Yeah, this is pretty much what we got.
Okay. Do you have any questions for us?
No, sir.
All right, let's close for discussion. I'm okay with these windows. They seem like they're going in a better direction than what they have. All right.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Sure.
To approve as proposed.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Oh, sorry.
Without modification by the applicant, as proposed by the applicant, without modification.
All right.
Thank you.
Want to start over and second that?
I'll second.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Nope. All right, yep. Thanks for replacing those. And then back to item number 3. Is Gwen West available? Was it *6? Press *6 on your phone to unmute. Nope. Right. I guess we need a motion.
Motion to postpone to the next meeting?
All right. All those, oh, sorry.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Nope. All right. On to the consent agenda. I guess this is a reminder for those of you who were not here last week, please abstain from voting.
Motion to approve the consent agenda?
Second. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstained? Do we have anyone who wasn't here last week that wants to abstain?
I abstain.
All right, thank you. All right, anything else, Mo?
That would be it. We have a new commissioner, Stephanie Gardea. If you would like to introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Stephanie Gardea. I am the historic preservation specialist with Fort Bliss, with their Department of Environmental and their conservation.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I
And I'm also
don't,
very happy to be serving.
I don't think Cito's introduced himself. Go ahead.
My name's Cito Negron. I am a resident of historic Sunset Heights, president of the Neighborhood Association there, as well as a policy staff member for a Commissioner David Stout in El Paso County, and very happy to be here with this great historic brain trust.
Well, thank you. Thank you for serving. We got 2 new, maybe soon another one? I don't know. Don't we need
Yeah,
9?
there's 7, yeah, but we're supposed to have 9.
Okay.
Mm,
Soon. All right.
We're getting there.
This is a really good turnout. Thanks for coming out, everybody. All right. Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
All those in favor? Any opposed? All right. Thanks, everyone.